All right. Hey, everybody. How you doing? John Brewer here, the South Florida restaurant guy. I read a great article and I want to share this with everybody. And it's basically out of the modern restaurant management. If you're a restaurant, you're not looking at the trades. You really should be. And so this one is basically called How to Maximize Your Takeout Profitability with 6 Steps. And it's basically everything I've been telling restaurants they should be doing. Right now, takeout is making up for those missing tables resulting from social distancing requirements. If you're not focusing on your curbside or your takeout, you're really leaving money on the table right now. A lot of people are not dining out, but they still will do takeout. They will do curbside. So you have you're leaving money on the table if you don't do it. So curbside takeout may project a safer image to patrons, and that's exactly what you want to do. It does not require them to enter the restaurant. You can even offer them the added reassurance of contactless pickup. So let's get into that a little bit. Number one, delight your customers. I touched on the 3 C's that you should be thinking of, and that's COVID, cuisine, and curbside. And COVID's probably the most important right now. People need to know that you're using safe practices. Timeless rules, restaurant business still applies. Don't just feed your guests, delight them, surprise them. So whether it's adding a free appetizer, or a little sample of a dessert, maybe a little thing of pudding, or maybe a little shot glass of sangria. Maybe you'll get a sale out of them for the next time. Maybe it's a coupon for the next thing. Nothing else, definitely a thank you letter. Simplify their lives. Remember, it's not just your business under stress. They are under stress. So, family style packages. That's kind of one of the things we were talking about in the beginning. Meals for 4, meals for 3, meals for 5. So it's ordering one instead of ordering separate entrees for everybody, which could get a little complicated and maybe a little pricier. Family style is definitely something to think about. How can you make this family style? Also, maybe some small sanitizers and napkins, things like that go a long way. Deliver a great experience. Eating out, taking out, never just about the food. I often say a place with really great food and crappy service will go out of business faster than a place with mediocre food and awesome service. That's just the way it is. Your waiters, your frontline, your bartenders, your hosts, your managers are really very, very important. Not to diminish from what's going on in the kitchen, but especially with curbside, you really have to try to take advantage of all of those avenues to give hospitality. And customizing things is what they're saying. So they're saying 70% of consumers say they feel more positive about a restaurant that has custom printed napkins. The little touches like that. I know it's a little more expensive, but could be worth it. Cut out the waste. I always like when people ask me, do I want silverware? Do I want plastic cutlery? I don't. I'm going to use the stuff at home. So, and asking them or having that set up as standard things to be asking guests when they call goes a long way. It gives a personal experience. So you want to think about that. I also recommend using compostable bags if you can. I know they're a little more expensive, but also those are costs that are saved. So every time you don't have to give plastic cutlery out, that's plastic cutlery that you'll have to give out when you need it. So that's money saved right there. So anything you can do to kind of save on your end that's going to make a more hospitable transaction with your guest, I think is something that should be looked at. So look for those opportunities. Make takeout a social event. I've been saying this again and again and again. Find ways, to get the guests involved, to make them feel safer. Let them know, hey, we understand what you're going through, and how can we help out? Let folks know if they order a specific item, a portion of the revenue will be donated to a COVID center or another charity. I know we were working with the first responders for a while. Anything you may be doing, if people know that $1 off of every meal is going to go help the fire department or whatever, those things go a long way. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is COVID. There it is again. It's the most important thing. So I would say having free hand sanitizer dispenser, making sure you've got things out, a temperature reading thing at the front door. I know one of the restaurants has an iPad that the guests look into, and it automatically makes sure you're wearing a mask, checks your temperature at the same time. On the doors, are you displaying sidewalk signs with services available? Are these clean and nice? I see some of them are getting tattered and worn out. It's real easy. Just go print out another one and put it up. If you got to do it every 2 days, every 3 days, do what you need to do. Make it look professional. You know, I see hostess stands that are cluttered, things like that. You definitely want to try to avoid things like that. You want to make sure that the hostess stand is cleaned. You really want to think minimalist as much as you can right now. But having signage out, letting people know, it's very important. So takeout is a stopgap measure right now to tide restaurants over until we can get back to full dine-in. It's actually not. It's going to be something that's going to be around for a while. I know that even prior to COVID, people were looking for ways to really nail the curbside and the takeout. And I think even after this now, it's just going to be a part of business. If you're not thinking about it and you're not thinking about ways to differentiate yourself from other restaurants out there, and if you're not offering a friendly, hospitable experience, if it's an afterthought, you're going to be leaving money on the table, and nobody wants to do that. So, South Florida restaurant guy telling you guys to take care of your curbside. 3 C's: COVID, cuisine, curbside. Get with it. Get on it. All right, everybody, take care now. Hope this helped. If it did, subscribe to my channel. And like the video, share it with your friends. Just trying to help restaurants out right now. I'm a former restaurant guy. I do a lot of restaurant leasing here in South Florida, especially Delray Beach area. Anyway, I'm out. Take care.